responsibility of the management, neither that of the teachers alone. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that our citizenry are being educated. It is important to note that no school will indeed survive without money. So it is pertinent for all parents to help in settling their school fees as when due, in order to complement the good effort being put by both teachers and the management of Harakatu Falahil Islam. The school needs parents to full support and continuous cooperation in this regard. On behalf of the community, we hereby congratulate the Board of Trustees and the Central Executive Committee of Harakatu Falahil Islam for provision of conducive learning environment that ensure high academic performance. The level of leadership displayed by the Central Executive Committee made the school a model in this era. It is our hope that you will continue with these sterling qualities of leadership to move the school to the greater height. The challenges are quite numerous, ranging from parents defaulting to pay school fees, failure of some parents to provide learning materials and uniform to their wards. We seek parents' cooperation to change this negative attitude, which are detrimental to the teaching and learning activities in HFI. We want to solicit the support and the understanding of the parents, because the management understand the hard situation and the economic situation in the country. And because of that, the school management, in consultation with the PTA, have agreed to review the school fees of the Tarbiyya group of schools. As for the conventional, a marginal increment of school fees of minimum of 5,000 affects each learner at different levels. We are aware that the time is hard due to the high cost of living, hard economic situation, inflation, among other factors that bedevil our society. But despite that, we should understand that quality education could not be attained very cheap. It is therefore our wish that we could do less than what we did, but it is not within our reach. We appeal to parents to understand that this increment is for the betterment of the school, to improve the standard of the school. Finally, we are highly grateful to parents and individuals who are supporting the system and the school at large. On this juncture, we will not forget to continue to pray for the families of Alhaji Mencho, Alhaji Yahya, and the rest who pioneers the building of classrooms in the institution. And beside us, another classroom project is going on. This is part of the activities of the Central Executive Committee in order to ensure that learning has taken place for all. We appeal to parents as individuals and collectively through their family and friends and through the PTA to support this huge project to ensure that we get more classrooms where learners will learn. The community will remember in few years while we had this challenge of classroom. Alhamdulillah, the Central Executive Committee has risen to the occasion and is doing the needful, but it needs the individual and collective support for the Ummah in order to accomplish this gigantic project of more classrooms. Finally, we are highly grateful to parents, our invited guests, for finding time despite their tight schedule to attend the occasion. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward your efforts abundantly and return you back home safely. Jazakumullahu khairan. Thank you and God bless.
Director and person of Malam Muhammad Bello, thank you very much for that wonderful speech. All right.
Sannan ya yi ma waɗannan ɗalibai ya sa masa albarka, sannan a tunkula abin da ke so in magana a kai ta wani cikin maganarsa shi ne bayani da ya yi a kan effort taka masa alkhairi. Gaskiya abin a gode musu ne kuma abin a masa addu'a ne. A ɗan watanni kaɗan wurin nan ya canza, gini ya canza, masallaci ya canza, makaranta ya canza, su ma malaman abubuwa kala za ku sun canza. Dan na san ka kalli fuska na a shekara da ya gabata akwai ɗan fama da matsalan ajujuwa, ga ajujuwa ne wanda aka fara, muna fatan Allah ya kawo mana ɗauki.
Amin.
Iyaye ku yi ƙoƙari kamar yadda director ya faɗa, muna samun matsala ɗan kaɗan ne a yanzu akan maganar kuɗin makaranta. Da haka dan Allah iyaye ku yi ƙoƙari a rinƙa biya, kun daga irin abin da ake bayarwa. Nakan ciza yatsa. In na duba na ga cewa ba zan iya ɗauko iyalai na in kawo su nan su yi karatu ba saboda nisa, sai in ciza yatsa. Amma wallahi a gwada mana kawai shine cika kuɗin makaranta. In dai cika kuɗin makaranta ne an fitar biya, amma in dai bayar da abin da ya kamata ne wallahi za mu buga kirji da kowa kuma za mu ja da su ko da wata makaranta ne. Muna fatan Allah ya ƙara mana ƙwarin gwiwa. Za mu yi haƙuri kamar yadda darakta ya faɗa, akwai additional kuɗin makaranta kowannen mu ya sani. Mun faɗan ma cikin PTA da muka mutum da su. Last 2 months ko 3 months da suka irin masu albarka ne suka ce a ɗan ƙara ɗan wani abu ne. Da haka nan muna fatan iyaye ba za su samu matsala a kan wannan ba. Za mu kalli abin da za a bayar na ilimi ne ba wai abin da za a bayar na kuɗin ba. Muna fatan Allah wani na al'ummar musulmai ne. Suna ganin ba kasuwanci ake so a yi ba, mu a bisan yake yi ba. A ana yi ne za a ce ba al'umma. Muna fatan Allah ya mu sa'a ko wannan gini da aka fara Allah ya kawo mana ɗauki.
Thank you for that wonderful effort of yours. Ladies and gentlemen, please, before I proceed with the program, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Before I proceed with the program, put our hands together for the Harvard University of Kaduna State. Yes, thank you very much. I have a little giveaway to do to the fastest finger. MTN. Ina da kyauta ta recharge card da zan yi a wannan gaba. Malam haɗa kai? A'a, iya masu saurare na. To the fastest finger. Wanda ya san akwai waya tattare da shi, zan yi kyauta ta katin MTN. Kun shirya? Are you sure? Are we all ready? All right. MTN. Should I start? Should I start?
1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 3, 2, 8, 7, 6, 1, 3, 4. 4. Who's the fastest person? The fastest finger. The fastest finger is complete. You okay? 2, 4. 7, 6, 8. Yanzu ya cika? Okay, to yanzu attempt once. 5, 3, 2, 8, 7, 6, 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, 7, 8. The fastest finger. Any person from the audience? Incorrect? Shall I go once again? All right. 5, 3, 2, 8, 7, 6, 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, 7, 6, 8. Someone got it there. Please, a big congratulations to you. Let's put our hands together. All right.
Move to the next. The
Okay.
next agenda is presentation.
After.
Offer basics and post basics classes.
All right.
You are ready?
Bayan mun kammala gabatar da yanzu za mu je ga abu na gaba wanda shine presentation of gifts to upper basic
Za mu
stage.
kirawo Zubairu, muna maka barka da zuwa da kada tawaganka. Ga su ma'angwai nan suna kai babban jinjina na ban girma, mu ma muna kai namu jinjinan daga nan. Muna kai jinjina daga sama. Alhaji Kabiru Zubairu, hakimin Barnawa, madaucin arewan Zazzau. Dr. Rabi'atu Mustapha, za ki zo domin da Allah ki ba da.
Thank you very much. Permit me to recognize the presence of our father, His Highness Alhaji Kabiru Zubair, the district head of Barnawa, and also Mother Mahmoud Muhammad. Mahmoud Muhammad. Thank you and congratulations to you, Mahmoud, for that wonderful effort of yours. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. All right, thank you, thank you. Thank you, we're delighted. The next position, which is the second position, goes to, ladies and gentlemen, Umar Abdul Hamid. Umar Abdul Hamid. Ya Nasmai. Very good. Umar Abdul Hamid, the second position in basic 7. Congratulations to you, Omar Abdul Hamid, for becoming the second position in basic 7. Congratulations once again. Alright, the overall best student of the year in Basic 7 goes to Hanan Meikano Ibrahim. Hanan Meikano Ibrahim. Please let's celebrate with her by putting our hands together. Hanan Meikano Ibrahim. A big congratulations to Hanan. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I get to notice something. I don't know if I'm the only person noticing it. Do you realize that all the overall best students are females? Is it true? Why now? Ba maza ne a makaranta? Please once again let's put our hands together for the female students. That was a wonderful effort. Now we are moving to Basic 8. The third position in Basic 8 goes to Attahir Zulaikhat. Let's put our hands together for Attahir Zulaikhat. Attahir Zulaikhat.
I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe.
Thank you, Mr. DJ. Hold it for me. Hold it. The next student for the second position in Basic 8 goes to Jibril Salamatu. Jibril Salamatu. Please let's put our hands together for Jibril Salamatu.
For the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions.
Jibril Salamatu.
For the champions, stand up, stand up.
Thank you very much. Now to the overall best student. Someone has broken the record. And who is this person? The first position in Basic 8 goes to a student called Abubakar Ahmed Abdullah. Abubakar Ahmed Abdullah. Messi. Where is the Messi? Please let's put our hands together for him. Let's put together our hands, please. Alright, I want to use this opportunity to thank you very much, Hajia. We are delighted. Thank you very much for this wonderful effort of yours. I would like to... We are moving to the next section of presentation of gifts. Post basic. Hajia.
Science.
All right. Hajia Hadiza Muhammad and Juma, you are highly welcome to this wonderful program of ours. We're delighted to have you on this wonderful occasion. Permit me to start up with the third position in this category, the science class, basic 1. There is a tie here in third position, and permit me to call them together. The first third position goes to Fatima Yusuf. And the second third position goes to Jafar Aminu Abubakar. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for these two wonderful students.
Who's the musician? Who's the
Jafar Aminu Abubakar,
Who's the producer?
Fatima Yusuf. Jafar Aminu Abubakar and Fatima Yusuf. Are they close? Jafar Aminu Abubakar. Congratulations to you for your effort. Congratulations. He emerged the top best student in this category. Congratulations. Now Fatima Yusuf. Fatima to Yusuf. Please, round of applause for Fatima Yusuf. Fatima Yusuf. Is she close? Alright, if Fatima Yusuf is not close, I'm moving to the next person, which is the second position in this category. The second position in post-basic 1 science class goes to Amira A. Mahmood. Let's put our hands together for Amira A. Mahmood. Amira A. Mahmood. I can see the happiness in the family's face. Congratulations to you, Amira, for emerging the second best student of post-basic 1 science class. Thank you, Mr. DJ. Can you please hold it for me, Mr. DJ? The overall best student of the year, post-basic 1, goes to Fawzan Zubair Saleh. Fawzan Zubair Saleh. Please, let's put our hands together for him. Fawzan Zubair Saleh. Fawzan Zubair Saleh. Fawzan Zubair Saleh. Fawzan Zubair Saleh. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, we're delighted. Thank you very much to have you on the stage. Now, permit me to drag or to drive my car onto the next section, which is presentation of gifts to the art student. The third position in the art class goes to a brilliant student called Dayan Muhammad Pati. Please let's put our hands together for him. Dayan Muhammad Pati, the third position in art class. Dayan Muhammad Pati. If Dayan is not close, I would like to move to the second best student of the year in post-basic art class. Mr. DJ, slow down for me, Mr. DJ, thank you. The second position goes to the other best student in person of Abdul Jabbar Ibrahim Abubakar. Abdul Jabbar Ibrahim Abubakar. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for him. Abdul Jabbar. He's the tiniest. Okay, the tiny. Okay. Congratulations to you. Congratulations. Please let's put our hands together for them. Let's put our hands together, please. A round of applause for them. Congratulations. Thank you. Yanzu za mu saurari wace ce gwarzuwa ko wane ne gwarzo. Now the first best position of the post-basic 1 art class goes to Hawa'u Muhammad Bello. Let's put our hands together for Hawa'u Muhammad Bello. She is the poor presenter and also the overall best student. Please, Hawa'u Muhammad Bello. Please let's put our hands together for her. Hawa'u Muhammad Bello. Hawa'u Muhammad Bello. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you, Hawaii, for this wonderful effort of yours. Keep it up. Congratulations. Thank you, Mr. DJ. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations to you on this remarkable day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. DJ. Thank you. Hold it. Now, the overall best student of the art class Basic 2 goes to a calm and gentle person in person of Dauda O. Rahinat. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Dauda O. Rahinat as the first student. Congratulations to you, Rahinat Dauda. Congratulations once again for emerging as the best student of the year in art class. Thank you. So we are highly delighted with this effort of yours. We pray that may Almighty Allah continue to bless you as you serve humanity. Thank you very much. All right. We have, I will say, we've come to the end of gift presentation for the post-basic section. Now, before I proceed, I would like my co-MC to kindly recognize the presence of some of our dignitaries who are here.
Our MC, we can move to the number 11, lecture.
All right.
Lecture.
The next item on the agenda is a lecture presentation.
We have muna da Dr. Hassan daga Sakati, shi ne wanda zai gabatar mana da wannan lecture. Dr. Hassan.
Thank you very much. Permit me to call on to our next lecture presenter.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. My name is Dr. Hassan Bala Salihu. I work with Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital here in Barnawa, Kaduna. I've been invited to talk briefly about health, or specifically mental health. It is quite difficult to talk about health or mental health within few minutes like this. However, I'm going to briefly discuss about the overview. Health is very important. As we all know, we have gathered here to celebrate our students, both new and old, because we are all healthy, because we are all well. The World Health Organization, or WHO, define health as a state in which individual has complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and that not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So for you to say somebody is healthy or that somebody is well, person has to have a complete physical health, mental health, as well as a social well-being, a very good social well-being. So what is physical health, what is mental health, and what is social well-being? Physical health is something that has to do with what we usually can see physically, and when somebody is challenged with a physical illness, it's what can be seen, such as maybe trauma, such as maybe hypertension, diabetes mellitus, and so on. While mental health that has to do with mental disorders or illness is quite more difficult to recognize, because it has to do with brain. And the brain is being the most important and complex organ in the human body, is such a way that when someone has challenges with his brain, he hardly recognizes the fact that he is sick or he has an illness. Unlike in physical illness, such as, let's say, one has an eye problem. If he has a good and sound brain, the brain can tell that person that, oh, you have some challenges with your eye. The right eye is red, or that the right eye is having some secretions, dripping some water. You need to go to hospital to see a doctor. Or if you have a trauma, such as maybe you have a road traffic accident where you have a fracture or a bruises on your leg or hand, your sound brain can tell you or can tell me that, oh, see, this leg is not well. You need to go and see a doctor for treatment. When somebody has a mental illness or has a problem with their brain, which is just an organ like any other organ, just like the way we know that our hand, our eye, our teeth and ears can be sick, our brain can also be sick. And often when the brain is sick, individual himself or herself don't recognize that. And it's usually someone that is close to that person, that knows the person previously, that can be able to recognize, oh no, this is not the way we know so person. This is not the way the so person used to behave, or used to sleep, or used to talk, and so on. And usually, it is other people around that can recognize that and advise the person to go and seek care, or to take that person themselves to hospital. So it is important that we monitor and we take care of our mental health and that of our loved ones, those that are around us. So this is basically the definition. Then what are the causes of mental health problems or mental disorders? In medicine, usually we have what we call, particularly when you are talking about mental health or mental disorders, we talk about a biopsychosocial factors or causes. I will translate. What we mean by biopsychosocial is that people can have mental health challenges because they have a biological component. Biological component is that probably they have inherited a particular gene or a particular problem from their parents or grandparents in their gene. Or that individual, not necessarily that he inherited it, but either in utero, while they end up with mental health challenges later in life. This childhood trauma varies. It can be a physical trauma, whereby a small child, a girl or a young boy has been brutalized either by the parent or by the caregivers, be it nannies, be it where they work at this era where young children have been taken to work elsewhere. This physical trauma can later develop and cause or predispose individual to break down with mental illness. So it's important we parent our children appropriately. Beating and physical trauma is not the best way to bring up your children. Apart from physical trauma, there could be sexual trauma, which small children, especially girls, sometimes experience even at the young age, where they are being exposed to certain sexual exploitation, such as maybe if they are working elsewhere, either even at home while they are living with their parents. We have seen how the teachers in school, the so-called uncle, the brothers, and so many other people, neighbors, exploit and usually traumatize young girls. It happens even to young boys, where elderly or matured women also exploit and brutalize small boys in a form of sexual exploitation or sexual trauma. That usually can lead to mental health challenges later in life. So it's important while taking care of our children, we also come close to them so that they can always discuss with us what is happening to them in case if someone is trying to take advantage over them, so that we can come in earlier. Apart from that, physical, sexual trauma, we have also even emotional trauma, whereby children can traumatized emotionally. I will give you an example. We've seen children whereby they have been brutalized emotionally, such as by they are not being beaten, they are not being exploited sexually, but emotionally, whereby either the mothers or the caregivers, particularly maybe stepmothers or maybe nannies, prevent these children from doing what they are supposed to do as children. It's just natural for a child to play, for a child to enjoy his childhood, or to read after coming back from school. There are instances where you see a small boy or girl will come back from school. Instead of the mother or the stepmother or the nanny or whosoever is the caregiver to allow the child to play like a child, they will just not allow the child to play. It traumatize the child emotionally. Or the child may want to do his homework or want to read his book, but will not be allowed to do that. These are all forms of traumas that subsequently, brain being a complex organ, can predispose individual to having mental health challenges. There is also a neglect, which is very common among us, and parents particularly have to take the responsibility and the amana given to them by Allah. They should not neglect their children. Neglect means that you don't support or you don't take care of the child the way it should be. The way we all know, the child come back from school or somewhere, the mother or the father will just send them out of the house because they are disturbing them. Just go and play outside. You don't know who they are going to meet. These are all forms of neglect that later in life predispose children to have mental illness. So it is important, and there are social factors. I said the causes can be biopsychosocial. I briefly discussed about biological, psychological. The social challenges ranges from such as maybe insecurity that we all found ourselves, a witness being kidnapped, witness a child witnessing maybe his mother and father fighting or one abusing another. These are all complex issues that usually lead to mental health challenges later in life. So it's very important we talk about that. Briefly, I will discuss about the signs and symptoms. The signs and symptoms of mental health challenges are quite enormous, but most important thing as doctors, what we see as disorder is deviation from norm. Whenever you see your child or your husband or your wife or any of your loved ones or even neighbors are behaving in quite different way from the way you used to know that person over some time, then it's called for attention. When there is deviation from the usual way individual behave or talks, it's a sign that that individual may be having some challenges. It can be anything. There are many forms of mental illness that time will not permit us to mention, but it can be that maybe you know this person used to be a calm, gentle man or a calm and very gentle person, and now this person is just wayward. The person talks anyhow. The person laugh without reason. The person or cry without reason, or the person prepared to isolate himself or herself, not want to join or to associate with others like before. Then it's good to meet that person and discuss. Probably there may be some challenges that if we don't address early, it can subsequently complicate the situation, and the person may break down with a major mental illness. And the duration matters, of course, because you just see somebody crying today, just for today, and you will not say the person has mental illness, because the person may have lost something significantly. The person may have been brutalized just today, which when you allow it, after 2-3 days, the person will overcome that. So it usually takes time. So we look at the duration, we look at the distress, and likely even the dysfunction. It causes the person now difficulty to function the way the person used to function. So how can we manage? The best way to manage, because of time, is to seek appropriate care. I know whenever you discuss mental health challenges, there is quite stigma. People usually don't want to approach hospital. They will usually want to mention spirituality. No, it has been an attack from the village. It's an attack from the stepmother because they don't want us to progress and so on. No, brain is just like any organ. It can be sick, and you need to seek appropriate care from the people that know it. And also, I would want to talk about the issue briefly about drug use. We have children here that are graduating today. Scientifically, it has been shown that about 79% of people that abuse drugs usually start between the age of 12 and 17. So these our young brothers and sisters that we see, we need to come close to them. We need to guide them. And one of the best way is a very good parenting. Parenting includes mentoring. You as a mother or as a father, you cannot be a bad father or a bad mother doing something and you want your son or daughter to do a very good thing. It's quite unfair. So we need to really be a very good mentors, and we need to also look at our children and help them closely, because over 50% of people with mental illness, the symptoms or the breakdown usually at childhood age, before the age of 14, 15. So it's important we monitor that and we manage our children very well. Parenting is very important, and as a Muslim, we are very lucky. There is nothing that has been discussed or guided appropriately Islamically. So we should seek the knowledge of Islam and we should practice it accordingly, so that we can all answer accordingly or be accountable, just as been told by the Prophet ﷺ. I thank you so much for the opportunity.
In person of Dr. Hassan, thank you very much. At least you've done justice to this wonderful topic given to you. Thank you very much. My respected ladies and gentlemen, we don't have much time, so I would like to move to the next item on the agenda, which is going to be speech by the chairman CEC in person of Al-Haji Muhammad Aminu Mandi. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the
wanda zai wakilce shi shine sakatare janar wato baba Alhaji Jibril mai anguwa.
All right, Al-Haji Muhammad Aminu Mandi will be heavily represented by the Secretary General.
Barin je in taro shi.
All right.
Saboda ba dole ba ai aljihuna ya cika.
Assalamu alaikum, my dear ladies and gentlemen. This is a welcome address by the Chairman Central Executive Committee of Islam, Al-Haji Muhammad Aminu Mandi, on the 33rd annual graduation ceremony of the 2023 speech and prize giving on Sunday, 30th July 2023, at Nayadat on the premises of the school. It gives me a great pleasure to stand before you this morning on this great occasion of the 2023 annual speech and prize given day to deliver the speech of the Chairman, Central Executive Committee, Alhaji Muhammad Aminu Mandi, who has traveled out of town on another assignment. Let me start with a brief history of our great group school. Harakatu Falah Islam has come a long way. The school was incorporated in 1978 as a community-based institution with a small population of pupils to cater for the yearning and aspiration of our Ummah in Barnawa and Emerald for the education of their wards. Alhamdulillah, the school has grown significantly with a population of over 500 students presently. I am also glad to inform our dear parents and other distinguished invited guests that the Central Executive Committee came into office in February 2023 and is doing everything possible to see that the school moves forward. As you can see, we have an additional block of classrooms under construction. The mosque is not left behind, as you can see the construction of the minarets in progress too. I'm delighted to put on record that a new wing of the mosque, mainly for our women folks, will inshallah going to be under construction in the next few weeks, as the drawings have been produced and approved.
At the eastern side of the school premises, a 67-number shopping complex is being embarked upon. All these projects are capital intensive, and we are therefore appealing to parents and other guests, as well as well-meaning individuals, to come to our assistance, both in cash, kind, and whatever means of participating in these laudable projects for the development of our school. Lastly, I have to painfully mention to parents, despite our economic situation, about the increase in our school fees. It is quite inevitable if we want to keep afloat. The Central Executive Committee appreciates the tremendous contribution and cooperation, as well as trust being given by the board of trustees of this school. Our teachers are not left out either. Without your understanding and cooperation, this occasion wouldn't have been possible. We appreciate it. Thank you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to give you the strength and ability to put more effort towards the improvement of our school. The CEC is hereby praying for our young students, our young graduates, to be good ambassadors of Tarbiyah group of schools and excel in their endeavors anywhere they found themselves. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much. Is going to be the inauguration of Tarbiyah All Boys Association, to be presented by the director in person of Muhammad Bello, the director of Tarbiyah Group of School. But before I pronounce the names of the individuals, the Tarbiyah All Student Associations, the names are as follows: Muhammad Kabir Hassan, 2004, Salaha Adam Muaz, 2013, Ibrahim Usman Kali, 2012, Sahal Zubair, 2014, Omar Sani Naalla, 2018, Wasila Abdul Aziz, 2011, Fadima Murtala, 2010, Nusayba Usman, 2015. The last but not the least, Yusuf Chuaibu. Please, they should kindly join us on the stage for the inauguration, please. Inaugural one. Okay. Sorry, Mr. Chairman.
To have the school's All Students Association, but most of the efforts were stopped along the line for one reason or the other. In our efforts to ensure that we have the All Students Association of the school, we are now going to inaugurate a caretaker committee with the mandate to conduct election and select the pioneer. Our responsibility is to go around and scout all students and mobilize them, and come up by next year, inshallah, we are going to have duly elected All Students Association. This is a caretaker committee that is going to be sworn in by the Central Executive Committee Chairman. Thank you.
that I will be faithful,
honest, and bear true allegiance
honest, and bear true allegiance
to the Tosa,
to the Tosa,
that is the association of the of the Tosa. I will not allow my personal interest
I will not allow my personal interest
to influence my official decision in the interest of solidarity,
to influence my official decision in the interest of solidarity,
well-being,
well-
and prosperity of the association,
and prosperity of the association,
so that I will strive to uphold,
that I will strive to uphold,
defend, and preserve the Constitution of Tosa.
defend, and preserve the Constitution of Tosa.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for the committee of TOSA, the Tarbiya Group of School of Boys Association. Thank you very much.
Sun karɓi rantsuwa kenan
All right.
cewa za su ci gaba da wannan aiki ba tare da wani sarri.
Members of the press, please, if they are ready, I would like them to set up for the section news, Tarbiya News. Please, those in charge of setting up the ground for the Tarbiya News should kindly come forward. But before the setting of the Tarbiya News section,
Good morning and welcome to Tarbiya News. My name is Taslim I Ibrahim and you are Sumaya Muhammad San. Now the news. The school organized extracurricular activities for first and second term to motivate and educate the students on different cultures and sports. Central Executive Committee members were inaugurated. The school is also raising a structure to enable the students to have enough classrooms for learning. Tarbiya Group of School-owned Students Association will be fully adopted in the school. Tarbiya MSA students participated in quiz, debate and essay writing. Director of Tarbiya School encouraged parents to pay attention to their awards performance. Now the news in details. On the 5th September 2022, the school sporting activities were showcased. Red, yellow, blue and green houses competed on different games such as football, javelin, filling in the bottles, and many others. At the end of the competition for the first time, the Yellow House emerged as the overall winners. On the 7th to 10th March 2023, the school organized an annual extracurricular activity within the school. The activities showcased include color day for pre-basic, mathematics competition for basic 1 to post-basic 3, local culture, international language and art day competition, career day and Arabian day respectively. At the end of the competition, the pre-basic section emerged as the overall winner at lower and upper basic school, while post-basic 2 emerged as the overall winners at middle and post-basic school. Tarbiyya Group of School was established in 1982 and has been in existence till date. The school has produced a lot of eloquent, creative, and capable students in science and art and is still producing. On 10th April 2023, Tarbiyya's all students pay a courtesy visit to the school management with a well-stated constitution, seeking permission to form all student association. The request is under review. In no distant time, the association will be fully adopted and will be managed by the old students. Among those students include Sahal Zubair, Umar Sanya Allah, Yusuf Shaibu, Al-Mustafa Garba Bukar, Abdul Hadi Yusuf, Abdul Rahman Abu Bakar, Mustafa Muhammad Bello, Abdul Salam Lawal, Hafsat Saleh, Harira Zubair, Musa Zubair, Awal Saleh Lawal. The school management is raising a structure to enable students have enough classroom for learning. Our reporter Taslim Ali Kubau has more details on this. On the 7th May 2023, the school embarked on a building project of new classrooms and its reporter Bashir Musa Idris has more detail on this. On 2nd February 2023, the new Central Executive Committee was inaugurated by the Board of Trustees of Harcourt Falah Islam at the BOT Chairman's Office. The members of the new CEC include Alhaji Muhammad Amin Mango Chairman, Alhaji Sani Ayana Allah Vice Chairman, Alhaji Jibril Yakubu Ibrahim Secretary General, Alhaji Abdulaziz Alu Abubakar Financial Secretary, Alhaji Umar Farouk Abubakar Financial Secretary, Bashir Musa Idris, Tarbiyya News.
Please a big round of
Our reporter Isa Aliu has more to say on this. On the 16th to 19th June 2023 event took place at Farmer British International School, Angondo, Sakaduna. The programs such as English and Arabic debates, quiz, essay writing, Arabic passage reading, impromptu speech and spelling bees. Our students came first in Arabic debate and second in English debate. Isa Alibu, Tarbiyya News.
Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together and we now listen to the next segment of the news.
Jama'a bayan nishaɗin gidan rediyon Tarbiyya mai gabatarwa Aisha Abdulhadi. Da farko ga kanin labaran. A jiya ne aka yi wani gagarumin haɗari a can hanyar garin Tilimindili, ɗaya daga cikin jihohin ƙasar Wazobia, inda aka rasa kimanin doya 404. Wasu sun karairaye, kimanin 300 ne suka galabaita. Amma a yanzu suna babban asibitin Sakwara, inda babban likita ta ɓarya take musu aiki a cikin ɗakin tiyata turmi. An yi wani gagarumin haɗari a layin 'yan kuka da 'yan lalle, inda hankalin kowa ya tashi sai ya ware nashi. To jama'a ga labaran dalla-dalla. A yau ne muka samu jawabin shugaban ƙasa garin kwaki, ya ce da za a yi kwana biyu ba a ambace shi ba nan cikin ƙasar Wazobia, ayyukan da yake yi na cikin birni da ƙauye da ya aje su. Wata mai magana da yawun shugaban ƙasa wato Suga kenan ta ce babu daman a ki ambatonka a wannan ƙasar domin aikin da ka daddage kana yi dare da rana. Ajiye aikin kana mako guda yana da babban haɗari ga rayuwar 'yan ƙasan, musamman ma yanzu da ministan tattalin arziki wato honorable man fetur ya tsananta a cikin sha'anin shi na aiki. Farfesa Ɗanwake ya ce gaskiya ana mugun ƙuntata masa domin kanwar da ake sa masa tana zage masa jiki. Amma Dr. Kuka ya ce idan za a rinka sa masa mai da yaji ba komai. A yau ne Farfesa Gauda ya ce in dai za a yi shi a rika haɗa shi da farar kabewa domin irin rashawan nan da ake sha ta manja. Sai dai Laftanar Kanal Tubani ya ce komai yawan sanyi baya ji saboda yana cikin babban bargo. Kazalika Birgediya Dambu ya ce idan ana cin shi a daina kai mai garaje domin idan kana kai mai garaje zai sa takunkumi iya wuya don ginin talala da zai maka iya kirji. An kama wasu masu birrai guda 66 amma an kulle su a cikin kurkukun nan na Ayaba. Har yau dai Abarba ba ta da labari da ta je belinsu. A jiya ne Kwamarar Jaki ya shiga cikin 'yan tuluna har ya rantsuwa da ba zai ƙara harbi ga kafar baya ba, domin irin rawan nan da yake takawa ta rugurguza bakin tulu. Amma rahotanni sun ce tuluna 3,393 aka rasa a bana. Sai Kantoma Kuli na jihar Gyaɗa ya ce, tun da an sa shi a Kantoma, a samu bashi mataimaki domin tafiyar da mulki daidai da na cikin gida Gyaɗa. A yunkurin samar da shugabanci madaidaici, an samu 'yan takara guda 3. 'Yan takarar sun haɗa da Kwamishina Yaɗiya ta tsaya, Laftanar Kanal Rama ita ma ta tsaya, tsohon jami'in Zogale ya tsaya, daga bisani dai tsohon jami'in Zogale ne ya lashe zaben. Labaran gidan rediyo ta leƙa ƙasashen ƙetare inda muka samu rahoton kajin ƙasar Wazobia da na ƙasashen waje, inda suka kammala mitin na hambara gwamnatin tumakan shanaye sakamakon harin ta'addancin mashaƙo, wato anthrax da harshen Turanci. A nan muka kawo ƙarshen labaranmu na wannan lokaci. A madadin shugabannin gidan rediyon mu waɗanda suka samar da labaran da kuma mu da muka gabatar muna yi muku ma'assalam sai wani lokaci. Ubangiji Allah ya haɗa mu da alkhairansa. Amin.
Thank you. Please a big round of applause for them.
Management of Tarbiyya Group of School are calling on parents and guardians to always foresee the attitude of their word towards learning. And knowledge is power. In an exclusive interview with the school director, Malam Muhammad Bello Awal, he said that the positive attitude of parents can have a positive impact on their children's performance and aspiration. He added that the positive attitude of parents can also help in raising knowledge, increasing understanding, and facilitate academic progress in their children's academic activities. He also encouraged parents to always follow up their children's academics, as doing that will help the students to be excellent academically and become better citizens of the society. The principal encouraged the parents to put their children's school fees as the first priority. She also added that paying their children's school fees will allow the children to be in school full time and also participate in all academic activities within and outside the school. Recap of the news. On TV's news this morning, we brought to you that the school organized sport and extracurricular activities in first and second term respectively. We also brought your way the news about the Central Executive Committee members who were inaugurated. We also brought the news on building of more classrooms by the school. We brought to you a special news in Hausa by Aisha Abdulhadi. And lastly, the news on Tabiat or Student Association. Thank you for listening. I still remain Sumaya Muhammad Sani and you are Taslim Ali Ibrahim. See you next year for another interesting, educative, entertaining and captivating event. Same time and same station. Bye.
Thank you very much. Please, let's put us. Without wasting much of our time, I'm going to move to the next item on the agenda, which is going to be presentation of gifts stroke certificates, pre-basic / basic 6 graduates.
to malam faɗan ɗaya tukuna
To.
ka ɗan ƙari to na aiki kaɗan
To rather.
na lura cewa ka yi magana
Gaskiya kan.
Allah ya samu dace
Masha
na ma
Allah.
wuce haka ne da gaskiya da kaɗan to za mu kirawo Hajiya Hiddatu Abubakar ta zo ta ba ma wasu daga cikin 'ya'yanta gifts.
All right, permit me to call on to Hajia Hindatu Abubakar to kindly come forward for a gift presentation.